As we now go to the grid for 5 red lights. Haas on pole, McLaren in P2, lights out and foot to the floor, and it looks like Asteroid did get a pretty good start. I don't think the McLaren, though, in P2 had a very good start as they are getting all under pressure by BOOMBOY. Up the inside is the AlphaTauri, but the McLaren holds it around the outside and contact there. The McLaren kind of able to keep position, but maybe force their way through. Mosmegan trying to fight around the outside, though, of the AlphaTauri, and that has to slot in behind. Raikko will then try and continue with the Ferrari, but phased on in the Alpine, going very wide there after making contact with the Aston Martin on the back. Dodo trying to go around the outside, then up the inside of turn 9, but they have to slot in behind as well. But look at Failing. Failing's going to try and have a look on the Alfa Romeo as they go into turn 10. The Alfa Romeo covered that off, though, as they try and go for a move on the Alpine, but they weren't able to do it. And now Failing is going to go side by side with the Alfa Romeo as they go down the straight into turn 12. And I think Failing has to slot in behind. Let's look up further up the pack. It looks like Raikko and Mosmegan going side by side there. Pretty terrible camera angle as we see that. Going wide there in the background is Hettis Marcy. Mosmegan still trying to go side by side with the Aston Martin. And Mosmegan holds the inside. Down the inside goes the Aston Martin. And what a move that was from the Aston Martin. Made a little bit of contact. Down the inside is Ronan and taps the Haas of Moles there. I don't know what Ronan was trying to do. They went for quite a late dive bomb, that has to be said, and then just tapped the back of the Haas. DRS obviously enabled for the AlphaTauri. Will Asteroid go defensive? No. BOOMBOY goes up the inside, pass before the braking zone. Failing and Hettis Marcy still going side by side here. Failing's going to try and hold it around the inside. Hettis Marcy with a better traction round the outside will just stay in front of the Williams driver. The Williams driver surely isn't going to give up that easily, and will try and make a charge as they go into turn 1. And you can see they're Failing, getting a little bit forced there by Hettis Marcy trying to break the toe, but Failing goes down the inside into turn 1, and Failing is passed, and Hettis Marcy is hit into the back. Phase Dom as well, they're getting in on the mix. The Phase Dom has already made the overtake on the Ferrari. And I think the Ferrari hitting into the back of Failing was Hettis' fault. Asteroid, lap 7. Is he going to now make his move? Now reclaim the lead of the Texas Grand Prix. Down the inside he goes. Still going to be side by side. BOOMBOY is latest on the brakes, though. Asteroid is going to try and hold it around the inside. But BOOMBOY once again has the outside. And just with the better traction is able to hold it. Asteroid is still going to try and fight this, though. Is he going to try and look for a dive bomb into turn 15? No, he doesn't. Has to slot in behind. They are still very close, though. BOOMBOY with some excellent defending here. Oh, as BOOMBOY gets a massive tank slapper there. And that has allowed Matt to retake the lead, as you can see there, around the outside of the AlphaTauri as they go into turn 19 and into turn 20. Is he still going to be in the lead? A little bit of contact with him and BOOMBOY. BOOMBOY is going to try and hold it around the inside. And it's going to be a drag race to turn 1. Who is going to be able to be the best out of this trio? Looks like Asteroid is going to try and make an overtake as well. Asteroid, despite that, has been able to make a triple overtake on that straight alone and able to take the lead of the Texas Sprint once again. There's only 3 laps remaining, 2 laps when they cross the start finish straight. BOOMBOY looking down the inside of Asteroid and is able to retake the lead. He is going to go side by side with the Ferrari, but then backs down the Alpine of Phase, tried to get in on it. Both of them have made contact, nearly spun, which has allowed Ronan to just sweep around the outside and get up, improve into P7. As you can, not going into the race, sorry. As you can see there, though, Mattia down the inside of Asteroid has bottomed out on the curb, though. Asteroid has been able to retake P2, and in doing so, Mattia has also lost a place to Mosmegan and was contacted from behind by Raikko. Raikko as well as made up into P4. Mattia tries it around the outside. Raikko is hugging there on the inside. I think Raikko is having some is displaying some good sportsmanship there and giving the place to Mattia. I love to see that. But BOOMBOY will be coming to cross the line at the end as Toto there, as you can see, slows down a little bit. BOOMBOY will take the win at the Texas Sprint. Asteroid will then finish in P2. Mosmegan finishing in P3 with Mattia being in P4. But we go to 5 red lights to find out The lights are off. We're being held slightly, and the lights are, or we now finally get underway. I believe Asteroid might have actually got a better start than the AlphaTauri, but they're going to be equal as they go into turn 1. And BOOMBOY is just going to hold it around the outside. Will maintain P1. Asteroid will follow. Raikko making an overtake on the McLaren to take P4. And I believe further back as well, I think Mole's got the position as well. Ronan going down the inside there of the Ferrari, now down the outside. And we'll have to settle for P9. Het's already making up 2 positions. You see there though, FaZe trying to make an overtake on the Haas. And he's going to try it down the inside. He goes. And has to be careful not to hit into the McLaren. Little bit of contact though, but FaZe will have to settle behind. Het's Marcy though is going to be in on this battle as well as I turn on the relevant information. I think Het's Marcy is able to make that move stick. I believe Raikko going down the inside of Mosmegan. So Raikko up into P3. I think down the inside as well is Moles and Het's Marcy. Het down the inside. Het's has got some pretty good racecraft here, already making up into P6 from penalties, which is really good. A little bit of contact there from FaZe Dom. Oh, and there's a double spin there at the back from that involves Dodo and Ayahushka. Ronan and Failing seem to be going side by side there through the final couple of corners. They're still going to be side by side through the second to final corner. How have they kept this going without contact? Around the outside, Failing goes. Ronan is still going to be on the inside though. I think Ronan has just been able to get the move, and I think Dodo as well has been able to get the overtake. So Failing must have had a bit of an issue on the exit of the final corner, losing 2 positions. I believe there was a little bit of a contact there between Hetz. Oh yeah, Hetz is in the wall there. So they must have had a massive snap of oversteer, and they're in the wall. And there is going to be a virtual safety car retired on track, which is not good. But DRS open for Asteroid will ride on board. And you can see there, just with the straight line speed he has on the Haas, or on the AlphaTauri, sorry. And Asteroid will reclaim the lead of the Texas Grand Prix. Actually, who takes the lead of the Texas Grand Prix, if I should say. Quite tricky to see, but BOOMBOY, as you can see there, on the inside of Asteroid, and is passed before the braking zone. Asteroid is going to try a little bit of switchback there, but isn't able to find the traction in order to do so. Raikko, though, is all over the back of the Haas. Are they going to try and make an overtake as they go into turn 15? And that is actually quite a good camera angle for that. As you can see the Haas on the inside there. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? They're still going to be side by side as they go through turns 13, 14, and 15. No, 16, 17, and 18, sorry. And Raikko is able to make that move stick. Asteroid, though, immediately trying to get past the Aston Martin, but I don't know if that was the right decision. As you can see there, Raikko now on the inside of the Haas will have the DRS, but CX Asteroid will as well. So maybe it probably wasn't the most stupid decision. Although Raikko though doesn't actually have the DRS, so I think Asteroid might have timed that absolutely perfectly. But Raikko down the inside though pushed Asteroid off a little bit. Mosmegan now is going to be side by side with the Haas. Has to back down though. Asteroid though is on the inside of Raikko. Raikko there on the outside. Now has the inside for turn 15. And I think he will just stay ahead marginally. And Asteroid will then have to slot in behind. But Raikko with a little bit of oversteer out of turn 15. And that will probably give Asteroid the better line through 16, 17 and 18. But no, he will have to stay behind. Asteroid down the inside of Raikko, and Asteroid now will retake P3. However, you can see Raikko able to make a move down the inside, and Mosmegan may even improve from this as well. Mosmegan in P3, so Asteroid has been demoted all the way down to P4, although Mosmegan tried to get down the inside of the Haas, but then made some contact. Mosmegan now down in P5. Moz, Asteroid's teammate, is able to improve to P4 from that as well. Attempt number 10 for Asteroid. Is he going to be able to make this done? Let's ride on board with Asteroid. You can see he's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. Is he going to be enough to try and make an overtake? He is going to send one down the inside, and he's got a wing there. And is he going to be able to make the stick as they go side by side through there? Mosmegan as well is going to go side by side with Asteroid's teammates. And they are still going to remain side by side. Is Asteroid going to try and make a dive into turn 15? Yes, he does. I think Raiko's gone off the track there. And Moles has actually been able to promote himself into P3. Mosmegan and Raiko now going to go side by side. Who's going to be the best out of this? Ferrari versus Aston Martin. Oh, as Raiko gets a massive snap of oversteer there. Mosmegan, though, has the outside as they go side by side through the second to final corner. Mosmegan has kind of forced face them off a little bit there, and Raiko is rejoined. I don't know if Mosmegan is going to give him the place back. Mosmegan, though, gets a 3-second time penalty for the track limits. But is Raiko going to try and make an overtake on Mosmegan into turn 1? And no, he isn't. Raiko is still going to try and hold this. Sends one down the inside a little bit. Lucky not to spin Mosmegan out. But in doing so, Asteroid has now got past. And Asteroid is now going to make the move on Mosmegan. And so is Raiko as well. Raiko down the inside. So Raiko is actually trying to help out the AlphaTauri and the Haas there. Raiko will stay behind. The Alpine has been compromised a little bit. It's gone a little bit wide going into turn 11. And that has basically given Raiko the opportunity to go down the inside. And I believe it's going to be passed as they go into the braking zone. Oh, and Raiko's got the move done on Dodo as well. Didn't even see that coming. But Raiko with a double overtake. Dodo is still on the inside though, side by side. Bit of contact. Raiko was forced off a little bit there. Again, we have this beautiful camera angle. Sends one down the inside of turn 15. And in the mirror, as we look at that, he is in front of Dodo. But we are going to look at BOOMBOY, who is going to come around the final corner and will see the checkered flag and will win the Texas Grand Prix for AlphaTauri. Asteroid will take P2 here as well. Matteo will take P3 in the McLaren. Good points for them. Ronan will take P4. Moles Gaming will overtake Mosmegan on Pens to take P5. Mosmegan will finish P6. Raiko will be finishing in P7. And Faisdon will be finishing in P8, even with Pens. Failing will be finishing in P9, but might get overtaken by Dodo on the line. As Failing has come across the line now, we see, and if Dodo can get it on Pens, yes he does. Dodo will take P9, Failing P10. And then we wait for Ayahushka to cross the line, who will be finishing in P11. But what a race that was. Lots of action, lots of overtaking. I think we've got some pretty good things for the highlights.